Hi, I'm Mark Fisher, Director of Education with the Thames Valley District School Board. Welcome once again to my weekly social media chat. Today, I'd like to begin by acknowledging recent international news events about the continued spread of anti-Black racism. We recognize that we cannot know every student or staff member's individual experience with hate-based trauma. However, we can make a commitment to recognizing, opposing, listening, and taking action to stop the spread of hate, including anti-Black racism. It is up to us as a board to be responsible, supportive, and learn about the systemic barriers that exist for people of color, building safe environments and teaching what we learn. It is important to encourage all staff and all students to be honest, inclusive, caring, and actively oppose hate in all forms. We recognize that we have work to do, and we are committed to doing that work every day. We are also committed to ensuring safe, positive learning environments at our schools, which we know need to be reflected in our policies and codes of conduct, as well as in the curriculum and resources presented to our students. If you as an individual are struggling, please lean on the caring relationships in your life. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. If you need someone to turn to, please contact Reach Out. June is also National Indigenous History Month. This is an opportunity to honor the history, heritage, diversity, and contributions of Indigenous peoples in Canada and recognize the strength of our present-day Indigenous communities. Educators across Thames Valley will be incorporating FNMI teachings into their emergency distance learning lessons, and please follow FNMI on Twitter. June is also Pride Month. Every June, Thames Valley is proud to acknowledge and participate in this special event. We fly the Pride flag at every school across the district to show that our schools are safe, inclusive, and a safe space for all staff and students where discrimination will not be tolerated. Check out our Safe Schools on Twitter to see what they have planned for this month. I would also like to acknowledge that May 31st to June 6th is National Accessibility Week. Our Equity and Inclusive Education team has relaunched their Humans of TVDSB campaign and will be shining a spotlight on students and staff who are recognized as Thames Valley changemakers. The first post highlighted an exceptional young man named Samuel, who is a grade 9 student at Laurier Secondary School. Find Humans of TVDSB on Twitter to see profiles of other amazing people this week. All right, let's turn to questions, and questions come from parents and guardians this week. Our first question this week comes via email. What summer learning opportunities are there for students? Well, I'm pleased to announce that we have over 3,200 students registered for our high school programs. We now have registration open for grade 7 and 8 literacy and numeracy programs. And we have also received additional funding to support elementary virtual literacy and numeracy programs for students in grades 2 and 3, which will be half-day sessions between July 6th and the 24th. And we have also put applications to the Ministry of Education for increased opportunities to support students who are Indigenous and who have special education needs. Our second question this week comes from voicemail. I have noticed the school in our neighborhood has the Pride flag on the same flagpole as the Canadian flag. What are the federal government guidelines for the flying of the national flag? Well, flying the Pride flag below the Canadian flag at sites with one flagpole gives the national flag precedence and preserves its importance as a national symbol. Furthermore, the Pride flag is a demonstration of our commitment to equity, inclusion, and the elimination of discrimination, and also to maintaining learning and working spaces that are welcoming and safe for all. We will continue to fly the Pride flag at all Thames Valley schools throughout the month of June as a celebration and recognition of Pride Month. Our final question this week comes from Instagram. I have 2 kids who have both borrowed devices for emergency distance learning. One will be graduating and the other is returning to school in the fall. What happens at the end of June? Great question. So if you have a student who is graduating and leaving our system, we will be organizing a safe drop-off schedule during the last week of June. If you have a student or a child that is returning to us in September, we ask that you hold on to those devices so that you can continue your learning throughout the summer period. Well, that's all the questions for this week. Until next week, stay safe, stay healthy, and take care of one another.